Neofeudal Algorithmic Hegemony, present era, Algorithmic Oligarchy, power dictated by unseen, unaccountable algorithms. We live in a world where decisions about our lives, what we see, what we buy, who we interact with, even our job prospects, are increasingly made by opaque algorithms. These systems, created by a small elite in tech corporations, operate without true oversight or accountability. Social media algorithms shape political discourse and public opinion, often amplifying division. AI-driven hiring systems decide who gets jobs, often reinforcing biases. Financial algorithms dictate stock market movements, favoring high-frequency traders over ordinary investors. This oligarchy isn't ruled by individuals, but by self-perpetuating AI systems optimized for profit and control. Neofeudal Singularity, a mix of AI-driven centralization and feudal-like dependence. Traditional feudalism was based on land ownership and servitude. Today, the land is digital infrastructure, cloud servers, AI models, and online platforms, all owned by a handful of corporations instead of kings and lords. We have tech billionaires controlling access to digital spaces instead of peasants tilling the land. We have users generating data that enriches the few. AI-driven automation makes workers increasingly redundant, forcing many into gig economy roles with little security. The singularity aspect hints at the point where AI becomes so advanced that humans are fully locked into this system, with no real alternative. Data dominion, where data is the new currency, and those without it are powerless. Traditional wealth was measured in land, gold, or capital. Today, data is the most valuable resource. Whoever controls the most data holds the real power. Governments and corporations collect vast amounts of personal data, often without consent. AI systems trained on this data give tech companies enormous influence over politics, markets, and even social behavior. Individuals who try to remain off the grid find themselves excluded from key services, creating a new form of digital poverty. This era is defined by an asymmetric power structure, where those who own and control data shape the world. Synthetic hegemony, AI and tech corporations shaping reality itself. This goes beyond just control of data. It's about AI actively shaping human perception, knowledge, and even truth. Generative AI can create realistic deepfakes, rewriting history and blurring the line between real and artificial. Recommendation systems reinforce ideological bubbles, leading people to believe in entirely different realities. As AI becomes more advanced, it could control major aspects of governance, war, and culture, deciding what is real for billions of people. This is not just power over infrastructure, but over reality itself. Post-human capitalism, where human labor is increasingly irrelevant. Capitalism has always relied on human labor as a key input, but as AI, robotics, and automation advance, humans are becoming less necessary for economic productivity. AI replaces white-collar jobs, coding, design, law, medicine, as well as blue-collar jobs, manufacturing, transport, logistics. Universal basic income or digital welfare may become necessary to prevent mass poverty. Those who own AI systems and automation will accumulate vast wealth, while the rest of humanity becomes economically obsolete. The key question is, what happens when human labor no longer drives the economy? Do we evolve into a new kind of post-work society, or do the elite simply discard the unnecessary masses? Conclusion: each of these terms captures a different dystopian or transformational aspect of our current era. Technocrat feudalism aligns closely with neofeudal singularity and data dominion, but algorithmic oligarchy and synthetic hegemony focus more on AI's role in decision-making and reality shaping. Post-human capitalism raises the biggest existential question: what happens to humans when we are no longer needed?